It's Terry 930 back again with another live stream on Bjornholm this evening. Now, as you can see, we are down at the shop again. Now, the reason being is that we started with the smaller seeder and it was just taking far too long to do. So we have bought this bigger one, which hopefully will speed things up tremendously. So what I want to do start off with, I want to jump in the Deutz, run this up to main farm, get it filled up, and then what I'm thinking about doing is going down to field 40, is it? Let's just have a quick look. No, field 41, sorry. Down to the cattle. Not the cattle, the biomass area, if I can speak. And putting a corn harvesting down there, because I know we've got two fields of corn on the farm at the moment, one being 17, the other one being 23. But with us not having much in storage, I am actually going to harvest those as corn. But I thought if we get 41 purchased, get some corn in that, and then we can have that as like our silage field. It should produce quite a decent yield of silage with us chaffing that up. So that would be pretty cool. So first of all, like I said, let's go and get this filled up. As you can see, this field of canola on 24 is growing now. Our field of wheat in 30 is also ready to harvest. The seeder is in our way. Can we sneak in and fill this up? Yes, we can. So we'll get this filled up quickly. And then, like I said, we'll nip down to field 41. What I might do is I might do the headlands first, and then we might hire a worker, and then we might shoot back up here, and we may start the corn harvest on 23 here, because like I said, that's all ready to go now. So we've still got quite a bit of money in the bank. We've still got $436,000. So we will see what kind of price range 41 is in. Just apply the brakes at the junction here. I know it's that bad junction with the... Can we nip out quickly before this Range Rover comes up? Yes, we can. So the greenhouses are now producing for us. We're getting in the region of around $800 per hour, which is great stuff. So what we're like, yeah, we're clear both ways there. Like I say, it's quite a trek down here from the farm. But I would like to get one of these silage pits quite full, because that'd always be a decent income for us. As you can see on that right hand side, we have got a little bit in that pit there, but it's only like 10% full, something like that. So we're not going to earn mega money from that. So let's see what kind of price we are talking for this field. 48,000. So yeah, that's not too bad. So what I am thinking, guys, is if we do a couple of headlands, and then hopefully we can leave the worker to finish this field for us. Oh God, we're quite a way over on that side. Not to worry. So we want to put corn in. We'll lower that down. Like I say, I do find if you do put in some headlands in first, he won't have trouble turning round. I know we are slightly over on that side, but we will sort that out shortly. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Not to worry. We can soon sort that out. All I will do, I'll just come back down that left hand side. We are slightly overseeding there, but not to worry. So it should be okay there. So if we, I'm just going to run back and get that little bit that we've missed there in that corner. Just that the tractor and the seeder was just a little bit too long with that fence post there. Sure, we don't want to take down our neighbour's fence. So we'll just put a little bit of a headland in on this bottom corner here. We'll just run into the run into the main road. Now I have had a few of you been asking me about a possible multiplayer, something like that. Now what I am going to say is when 17 releases in the next month, in the next 2 months, I am thinking of, like I said, doing an episode a week on Goldcrest Valley, and I was thinking of doing an episode on Sosnovka a week as well. And then I'm thinking, if you would like, I have got that Westbridge Hills map, which is quite an established map now. So maybe we could set that up as a multiplayer, one night a week, something like that. Not sure what night would be best. Maybe a Friday night, something like that. If you want to drop a comment below, let me know what you guys think about that. And then, like I say, if we run a multiplayer map on a Friday night or something like that, and we can live stream that. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'm sure we can sort that round. So we'll just see how this guy gets on here with this. I think he's going to be okay. I did see some in-game footage of FS17 on another site. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was only about 30 seconds long, but it was of the mowing, and the mowers do sound a lot better. You can actually hear the discs turning inside the mower. It just sounds much more, what's the word, more realistic, to be honest. It is looking good. And like I say, I've got about 45 days, is it now, left to wait? So let's jump into this case here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop the header off here at the edge of this field. And then what we're going to do, we'll just detach that off. We will go and pick up our corn header, and we will start that harvest of corn on 23. How's he doing down at 41? Is he still moving? Yeah, he's quite happy there, I think. Now, I don't think I can attach this header trailer to this harvester. No. What we'll do, we'll just run this to 23 and then we'll nip back and get a tractor and put the header trailer on that tractor. Leave that there. So if we jump into the Sammy tractor, it should pull this header trailer without much issue. Here I go again with my as you guys all know now, my reversing skills. Yeah, that's fine. So let's get that to the combine. We're actually going to have this on the wrong side for him. Actually, what we'll do, we'll leave that there. Jump back into this. I did harvest also cut some grass for the cattle, because if you remember, it was looking quite low, was their feed for the grass. So they have now got plenty down there. I think we put about 25,000 litres of grass into the trough for them. So we'll just unfold the harvester. And then, like I say, we can get started on this field. We'll try and do a little bit in cab. Don't know how good that's gonna turn out, because as you all know, it's not the easiest in cab view at all. So you can see the kernels going into the hopper there. So I don't know if we'll put another corn back into this field. I'm not too sure what to put in yet. How's he doing down on 40? Yeah, he's still fine. I may put a barley back in here, because we did get an offer on when I wasn't recording, but we only had 64,000 litres in our silos, so we didn't get a massive amount of money in. I think we got about £98,000 from it, something like that. It wasn't a lot, I do know that. So we'll get that lowered back down. We are going to need to bring a tractor and trailer down here, which is just at the farm at the moment. But we shall see. So seem to be doing alright in cab view here to for a change. What we'll do, we'll just nip to the end of this row here, and then we'll bring another contractor in again, just while we nip back and pick up a trailer. We'll just stay out of cab view just for the minute, just while we get him turned round. Like I say, I think the Case Puma and the Flegel, I think the empty Flegel trailer is just by the silos at the moment. So we'll go and jump in that Case Puma and pick up that Flegel trailer, and we can get this offloaded. I'm just thinking, guys, we may have to nip down quickly to 41 as well and get some fertiliser on that field, because if we end up forgetting to fertilise it, then our yields aren't going to be as good, which is one thing we don't want. So let's go and pick up that Flegel. You can see we still have got the Hurleyman. I haven't sold it yet. We will be selling it before much longer, I think. Like I was saying in a previous episode, it wasn't the wisest purchase. It's just a little bit slow, to be honest. So get it offloaded. Just teleport through. How's he doing? Yeah, he's done a pretty good job there. Quite pleased with that. So what we'll do, we'll just run this, as soon as he's on the last pass here, we'll just stay with him, and then we can run this back up to top farm again. And if we attach the not the forage harvester, the fertiliser spreader onto this Deutz, with it being our quickest tractor on the farm, we can run down and get some fertiliser on here. As you can see, we've got all that folded up nicely. So let's run this back up to top farm. Just get some beacons on. Just let this punto get out of our way. Held up by the traffic once again. I am hoping, like I say in FS17, that they have done something with this traffic. Whether you can turn it off, I'm not too sure. I just hope it does go a little bit faster, because it's a tractor should not be doing, should not be tailgating a BMW Range Rover. Not at all. Come on, let's get out of his way. We'll just overtake on a blind bend. Not the best thing to do in the world. Well, at least, like I said, we've got some corn growing now down at the biogas plant, which is good. So our case is still moving. Is he missing bits? Not sure. Yes. Oh no, no, he's not. I'll let him off. So as you can see, we've got our Verdestad cultivator there. Because once 23 has been harvested, it will need to be cultivated before we can reseed it. So we'll just park that there for the minute. And let's nip and detach that fertiliser spreader from this hurleyman. Just lower it down so we're not dropping it from a great height. Just pull this over here. Like I said, we are going to sell it, I think, in the not too distant future. Yep, we're all good at that. So we've got 88% in this fertiliser spreader, so he's stopped, hasn't he? So before we head down there, guys, we better get him offloaded. We don't want him sat there doing nothing and him costing us money. That wouldn't be good. I'm hoping they've sorted this out in 17 as well, where you run into the crop and it doesn't actually flatten it. It's not, and you've got the corneas actually coming through the trailer. That's not really very realistic either. So I am hoping that has been sorted out, but as ever, time will tell. So we'll just stay with him while this gets offloaded. So we'll just pull over here out of his way. Like I say, let's head down to 41. We still have got so much land still to buy. Like I was saying in last episode, I do want to get into the potatoes and the sugar beet at some point, but at the minute finances don't really allow, because we've only $388,000 in the bank. But if we do get this silage, or should I say, if we get this corn chaffed up once it has grown and get it put into the silage pits, I'm hoping we should get something like 25% full in one of the bins, something like that. And then if that goes on a boom, then we should be able to start looking at, like I said, starting the potatoes then and sugar beet. The sugar beet equipment is just so expensive. I think for the machine just to harvest them is around $480,000, something around there. I know I have got the Holmer, because I did actually purchase that DLC when it came out. and I'm hoping that will transfer over to FS17, because it is one of the, in my opinion, it is one of the best DLCs that came out. I'm just gonna have a look actually how much it is. So beet harvesting. So the Hulmer alone is $458,000. Then you got the header, which is 57,000. So yeah, we need a little bit more money at the minute, guys, for that. But we will get there. And we're up to what, episode 19? So like I said, we'll just get some fertiliser onto here. And hopefully in the next few episodes, once this has grown, we will be able to get our Rostel Marsh down here with the corn header on it, and we will be able to get this chaffed up. It does look like he's missed quite a few patches. But I guess these contractors do help us out. We would be stuck without them. But going back to the multiplayer, if you want to put a comment below what would be best for you guys, i.e. when you're available, things like that. And then once FS17 launches, we will get that up and running. Let me know if you would be interested in me doing an episode of Sosnovka. Like once 17 does drop, what I will do, I will try and put up some kind of menu for what's coming each couple of days, so you guys know what's coming to the channel, things like that. If you think that's a good idea, like I say, once again, drop me a comment below. If there's anything in particular you want to see. Like I say, I am enjoying doing these episodes. I will try and mix it up best I can. I know sometimes it's not easy, but by what I can gather, there's going to be a lot more stuff that we can do on 17. We can drive the trains. We're going to have to plough and fertilise every three harvests. So that's a good job that we've got done this evening on 41. We can leave that, we can forget about that now. That's all fertilised and growing for us. So let's nip back up to 23. See how he's getting on with that harvest. Looks like all the traffic's disappeared. Oh no, here comes one. I knew it must have been too good to be true. what I may do, I may leave this fertiliser spreader on the back of the Deutz, because we are going to have to fertilise 23 once it's been harvested. I'm pretty much sure we'll be pretty much done, I would have thought, on this field now. So I'll just park that here for now. Let's jump back into the case. Yeah, so I'm reckoning probably another 2 passes, I would have thought. Something like that. So I bet this trailer's going to be pretty much full. So we're up to 90%. %, full, so we're pretty much there. So if we just follow him, yep, there we go, full, 32,000 litres. So let's go and get this put into storage. That Puma's struggling to pull that trailer. Right, so put this into storage and then hopefully we will get a high demand. On corn at some stage. We will just tip this in and then we'll just have a quick look at what we've got. So we've got 84,000 litres of corn. Actually, everything's up in price. As you can see, 11 hours left on the barley. We've only got like 4,000 litres left, something like that. We don't have a great amount of stuff in storage. Silage is up in price. Interesting. So let's run this back to 23. Is he on the last pass back down the field? Pretty much. Pretty much. So I think, guys, we'll leave it there for this episode. So once again, thank you very much indeed for watching the videos. If you have seen anything you've enjoyed on this video, do leave a like. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you again soon, guys. See you later.